This is how to stop the yelling in your house with your teen with ADHD, and you can start it right now. First, a story. This was a message I got from one of the moms in my parent coaching program that I'm working with, and she sent me this message last night. She said, Ivan, I was at home. My child was acting out. They were doing things, and for the first time in my life, I paused. And I realized I had a decision. I could either yell at my child or I could not yell and I could act instead. And I could choose how we responded. And it changed her. She recognized that she was no longer overwhelmed. She was still tired. It was still a difficult situation, but she had peace inside of her. And it's changing how she is parenting, and it's changing her home. Ivan, thank you so much for your program because I'm learning new skills. So I'm Ivan. I'm a parent coach. I'm an occupational therapist with 2 decades of experience helping families change from the inside. And I'm inviting you to learn how to stop the yelling, stop the reactions so that you can move forward as a parent and as a family and find peace and love in your home. Okay? So within my coaching program, I'm going to give you some secrets of what I teach and the things that I want you to start working on. Number 1, you need to be able to find the calm inside yourself. You need to be able to learn how to not react to situations that are frustrating to you. When your child does something and it irritates you, we as parents tend to blow up. We want to stay safe. We want to be in charge. We want to feel like we have control and are shaping our family the way that we think that it should be. And that is where this tension comes from. When we learn how to find peace within ourselves, we can be calm and we can move forward. One of the tools that you can use is to learn mindfulness. This allows a space between your brain. You have all this information coming in and your brain wants to react back out, but we are going to create a little space right in there where you get to choose and you have options, and you do not need to react with yelling. You do not need to respond back in the same way that you are receiving the information. And when you change how you act or how you react, that changes the narrative and it changes what happens next with them. This is why parent coaching is different than just watching videos. When you have a parent coach, when you are working with me, you have somebody on your team. So this is skill number 2, is to get somebody on your team that can help you learn and help you realize that you have options and different ways of doing this. This was a different mom that contacted me last night. I had lots of people talking to me last night. It was fantastic. And she was so overwhelmed. She'd been at the school and she'd been talking to the school and they'd had meetings and she was so frustrated because they weren't following the IEP and they weren't doing this. And she says, Ivan, what am I supposed to do? And here she is trying to cook dinner and she's got her family there. And she says, I'm so overwhelmed right now. I'm shaking. I can't even focus on what I'm doing. And I said, I want you to listen to me right now. Can you take a short break? And she says, I should. And then she says, no, Ivan, I want to feel better. So we took a quick break and I walked her through a mindfulness technique to change the chemicals that were releasing from her brain, the stress chemicals, through breathing exercises, through some visualization. And I worked with her in the moment to get her calm. And she said, thank you, Ivan, for taking the time. And now she has that skill that she can work with the next time that she is frustrated. Parent coaching allows you to have somebody who is working with you that is going to be in the moment to help you find solutions and help you move on so that you're not cutting into the yelling and the frustration. Third thing, we need to step away from the wall that we're looking at. We think this is our world right now. And when you step away and you learn new parenting skills and new approaches and new ways to do things, then opportunities open up. We by ourselves do not give ourselves new options. We are limited. And again, you can watch videos and you can watch books, but how well does that tailor to you? Maybe a little bit. But when you have a parent coach who's able to tailor it specifically to your situation, to give you training, to open up the world, that gives you options. And it follows the same progression of you becoming mindful, you putting a space in. From here is somebody yelling at you, and instead of yelling right back at them or feeling like you need to control something, you have options and you have abilities to do something different. The last one is my parenting coaching teaches understanding and an approach for success. This is another parent that I was talking to. She says, Ivan, understanding gives me patience. I know how my child's brain is working. I understand ADHD better. So when they do something like blah, whatever, instead of getting frustrated, I can think, oh, they need this, they need that, they're overwhelmed. It's not that they are yelling at me because they are angry at me. It's because they are overwhelmed and they need something else. And now I have those skills to give them. Ivan, when I am calm, my child is calm. You can have that calmness too. And I'm here to be your parent coach. And I invite you to connect with me. Follow the link below. Reach out. When you engage in parent coaching, that is when you find peace. And that is how you build a calmer family. I'm excited to get started with you.